We see a lot of complaining about the billionaire class not paying its fair share of government financing, that is, taxes. But I never see anyone addressing the fundamental problem. The American income tax system is extremely complex to the point that it requires extremely talented and well-trained specialists to navigate the American tax system. Each year there are a few thousand tax specialists working in this area. The private sector scoops up the cream of this population and pays them orders of magnitude more money to help the wealthy minimize their tax liability compared to their counterparts working for the government in various ways, IRS, staffers, etc., to extract fair taxation. So, what we have is the least talented working for the government, and the absolute best working for the billionaires. And this makes sense. If one is a billionaire and facing an annual income tax burden of hundreds of millions of dollars, of course, it is easy to decide, well, there are these three guys who I can pay $10 million instead and drop my tax burden by hundreds of millions of dollars. And if you're one of those absolutely top-notch tax guys and you have the choice between a few $1,000s per year working for the government in enforcement or several $1 million per year figuring out how to reduce billionaires' tax liability, I mean, how does the government have anyone worth a darn working in tax enforcement? Imagine you were gonna have a basketball game where one team is drawn from NBA All-Stars and the other from the best high school junior varsity teams. No knock against the JV players, but they just don't belong on the court against the NBA All-Stars. We can call it a fair game because both teams are playing by the same rules, but in reality the talent separation is too ridiculous to even consider it a contest at all. This is the fundamental problem we have with American taxation. We are asking America's JV tax professionals to win against the world-class tax professionals. It just is never going to happen. I don't have a solution to this. If I have to propose one, it would be to just do away with income tax. Shift the tax burden to methods that are simple to administer and impossible to avoid. And this would likely involve segregating government programs and assigning them their own funding mechanisms. For example, the FAA would be funded by airline ticket fees and airport subscriptions. Or the EPA would be funded by license fees and fines for infractions. And so on. The core functions could be funded by things like tariffs and financial transaction fees. Note that we already do this approach with Social Security and Medicare, which are funded by specific taxes on payrolls.